Hey guys, it's your coach Scottie Hobbs. It is Monday the 16th. I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Just getting ready to finish out my day. It is my son's first birthday. It's amazing how fast 1 year goes. I remember last year, talk about commitment. My wife had our baby Caleb on the 16th, got out of the hospital on the 17th. We slept a few hours, and on the 18th we were in Dana Point, California. We took a 14-hour drive to get to the leadership retreat. Now that is an amazing woman right there. So shout out to Gabby for that. Caleb is 1 year old, so I've been a stay-at-home dad for his whole life, and it's been absolutely amazing. But I'm coming with you guys. Speaking of leadership real quick, a shout out to our coaches that are going to be at leadership right now. We're all heading out tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll probably be leaving Tuesday, so you won't see me much on social media. I'll probably be putting up some YouTube videos, but we are headed out of town to leadership. Going to be absolutely amazing. We have Brigitte Linford, Mindy Rose, Becky Barontini, Shiva Latifi, and Jennifer Greenberg all with us this year, which is absolutely amazing. So we're proud of you guys. And those of you that are at home, I want you guys to do exactly what these coaches did. These coaches, in talks that I've had with them, have all said that they are at leadership this year because they sat at home last year and watched us post pictures from leadership saying, I am doing whatever it takes to get there next year. And they became that leader and they made it happen. But what they did is made that clear vision for their life. So let it drive you. Don't let it hold you back. If you've read the book The Slight Edge, if you haven't, read it. But we got to use those types of things that people are achieving to help us advance our lives to the point that we want to be, instead of letting them hold us back or making excuses for ourselves. So I had a few things I want to talk about today, but I was just finishing my workout and my mind was all over the place, and I decided I wanted to talk more about your why, because some of you guys think maybe I'm here to motivate you today. And that is absolutely not the truth, okay? I cannot motivate you to do anything. And this is from learning from Tony Robbins. I'm a big follower of Tony Robbins. You guys know I follow Tony Robbins, John C. Maxwell. That's the type of person that I strive to be in my life. I'm so young still in this whole phase of being success-minded or focused on personal growth and leadership. So, technically 2.5 years is very young still. But I love to follow these guys. I love to apply the principles that they're teaching and teach that to those people that are around us, that we're surrounding ourselves with Team Beachbody, and even as with family members. But I cannot motivate you guys, okay? You guys have got to find what we'll call your why. And you'll hear us talk about that, your why in Beachbody. You'll hear all kinds of successful leaders in books, personal development books, talk about your why. And one thing that we've come to realize is that your why has got to be so strong that it either makes you cry out of extreme pain, grief, something that's so hard on you that it makes you cry because life is so tough. It's so tough, and you know that it can be better because you see people living at a higher level of life or living a more happy life. And it's not always to do with financial. It could be in relationships, religion, or financial business success. So you see this and you see where you're at, and it causes extreme pain and grief. So it's got to be so painful to you that it makes you cry. Okay? Or on the other end, it's got to be so strong and so powerful and such a great feeling, this place in front of you, this why that you're striving to achieve. It's got to be so strong that it makes you cry out of pure joy, pure happiness, knowing that you are going to get there. You don't know how you're going to get there yet, but you're determined to get there. That why is going to pull you forward, okay? It's part of your vision, part of your dream, part of your why that pulls you forward. And I've gone through stages where my why drove me through because of pain. In the beginning it was pain that my wife was working, 3 to 11 every night, and I was working 5 to 5 or 7 to 5 every single day, and our kids were at the babysitter. There was a point when my wife, she quit one job she didn't like, and she actually ended up going and working at a daycare with our daughter because she couldn't stand seeing our daughter be raised by someone else. So her job was to be at the daycare, and when you pay the daycare and you're work at the daycare, you hardly bring anything home. But it was, we went through these times that were so painful for us when we saw people living at a higher level or a better level of life where they spent more time with each other, more quality time with each other, lived life more fully, had more freedom. So we've been that place where it's like so painful that happened, and we went through this where I just thought it would always change and always change and always change, but you take on more responsibility in the workforce and you get more work, and really you guys all know, and if you're sitting here listening to this, you know that you don't get compensated. For those of you that are go-getters, go get things done, that advance and take on more responsibility, for the most part you don't get compensated financially. You get compensated with more work from people that don't do their job. So that was painful to me, right? It was like, every single day I'm doing all this work and my wife's working, and we just can't get ahead to the point where we would like to be, where we're more comfortable, where we can at least be home together in the evenings, or at least a full weekend. That would be nice. So that drove us, right? It pulled us forward. That's our why. It was so painful. It honestly made me cry, right? I sat there in tears sometimes trying to figure out a plan to get out of that. I tried making a business out of making signs, like drawing signs on AutoCAD to sell, and I wanted to create some kind of website and build these signs for cabins and companies and out of metalwork, and it was like I tried to find all these ways to get out of that, okay? And all this time Beachbody was sitting right in front of me. I just didn't take advantage of it. I was watching other people succeed with it, like my coach Lindsay, like Josh, like Wayne, all these other coaches that were moving forward. So I had this deep pain that drove me in the beginning. Now, as you guys know, at 1 year, my wife, I retired her from her job. At 14 months, I quit my job. I became a full-time stay-at-home dad, okay? And a full-time coach. So this is my passion, my life, helping people through personal development, through health and fitness, giving them the tools to succeed, and remember that, giving them the tools to succeed. I can't do it for them. So I'm living this life now that's, I don't have pain like I used to. It's like there's not that pain of like I don't see my kids enough, because I see them all day long. I mean, I just got done taking a nap with my 1-year-old son. I rocked my 2-year-old to sleep like 2 hours ago. I woke up and fed the kids while my wife was still asleep. So I'm around my kids all the time. So it's not a painful feeling. So that why is different now. So I've had to switch to have a why so powerful in the future that it pulls me forward. Right, that one before pulled me out of the past with the pain. Now I got this one in the future that's so, I create this vision for my life that's so beautiful, I guess you could say, that it makes me cry. I want to be able to retire my parents, both of them, and help them live a fulfilling life and enjoy their later years. I want to do that for my wife's family as well. We've already, I haven't really announced this ever, but my mom already retired from her job, and she helps me with my Beachbody stuff, helps keep me organized, a little bit more of an organized person, because that's not my character trait to be super organized. So I've done that, but I sit here and I think about like having my dad retired, or being able to take care of them and take care of my in-laws in some way or another, give them more freedom, and it brings me to tears thinking about that. It brings me to tears thinking about being able to be with my kids as I raise them through their toddler years into their teenage years, and giving them an example of what a good man is in their life, so that they have a standard to set other guys against when they're looking for their soulmates and their husbands. That makes me cry thinking about that. So every day I strive to be a better person, a better dad, a better man, a better coach for all of you guys, and it's my purpose and my passion. And I talk about that time when I first got to pick up my daughter from the school bus, and on my Facebook I posted this morning a picture of me walking my daughter to the school bus. I think about those moments, and I think about how great it feels to see somebody else achieve that. And I don't care if you're on my team or not. Believe that you can do that. Find your why. Find that thing that drives you and make it happen. Don't count on anybody to motivate you guys, because that's not going to happen. They can't motivate you. Motivation comes from within you when you find that why that's strong enough to pull you forward, okay? And you have to revisit that why every single morning. And celebrate the small successes, success, whatever the level of success is that you are counting on or you're shooting for, or this vision that you're striving for, is not measured by what anybody else has done, but by your daily activities, okay? So believe fully in yourself, believe in the others around you, and take full action for yourself, and take full responsibility for your success. Because I'll tell you guys, Team Beachbody works, the compensation works, the business works like you could never imagine and never envision for your life, but you have to work. I'm going to leave you guys with that. Have a happy week.